In the last video, we created this list of students. And in this video, I want to add a title for the page and also be able to tap on any of these students to get to their detail views. To add the title, you have to embed this inside of a navigation view. So to add a navigation view, you simply type navigation view and you wrap our content inside of that navigation view like this. And you have to do one more thing. On any of the children inside of the navigation view, you can add this modifier of a navigation bar title. And that can take in a text view. In this case, I'll call this cool people. And you notice that by default, it uses this large title style like this. And then when you scroll, it will shrink up to this size here, and it gives you these very elegant kind of scroll interactions here. If you want the smaller title, then you can change the display mode to inline. And you can change it so it is always like this minimized view here. I actually like the large title, so I'm going to remove that and bring it back. The next thing that we want to do is be able to click on any of these students to see a detail view of that student. Now, our student list is simply an array of student names. So we can't do much, but let's go ahead and create a new Swift UI view, and we'll call this student view. And when we create student view, we need to give it a property. I will call this property student name. I'm going to assign it the type string. And I'm not going to assign it any default values because I'm just going to pass it in. This text here will say student name. And then in our preview, it's missing an argument because it doesn't know how to preview it without this information here. So I can fix that by simply giving it some value. I'll give it the value of Gavitron. Now when I preview it, it looks like this. But what if I want to make this bigger? Well, I can change the font style of this text here to .large title, and I will also change the color to white, and I will embed this inside of a Z-stack just to show you how a Z-stack works. And so a Z-stack will lay things on top of each other. And so in this case, I have this text here, and then I want another layer, which will just be a pure color fill like this. But what happened is we now don't see our text view, and that's because in a Z-stack, it lays things out top to bottom first. So it laid out this text view, and then it laid out this black fill over the top of the text view. So I just have to switch the order to be able to see that text view again. And if you want to know how I'm very quickly aligning and formatting this text, I just select the text that I want and type Control-I on the keyboard, and that allows me to format it very quickly. The other thing that I want to tell you about are these areas here. These are called safe areas, and they are there to make space for the status bar and things like that. But we don't want that in this case. So you can add a modifier here called edges ignoring safe area, and then you just tell it you want to ignore all of the safe areas. And so now it will just fill the entire screen. Let's go back to our content view. What I want to do is be able to click on a student and be able to get to that detail view. So you can wrap this text inside of something called a navigation link. And this navigation link takes a parameter of the view that we want to go to. So in this case, we want to go to student view, and we want this to have the correct arguments. Destination there, and this one here is student name, and we want that student name to simply grab this student that our list is iterating through right here. Now when you see it update, you see all these nice arrows added over here, and when we tap on a specific student, we get their detail view with their name nice and big right here. And that is how you create a navigation view and use navigation links to navigate to different pages.